Stuff. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. N-I-C-K, mumbling is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air. Cause if you don't vote, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix of that devil politics mix. And when I fudge, you laugh punk. Shut the fudge up and back the fudge up while we fudge this track up. On your flags up, on your flags up. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. I tore in, now I tore out. Hands up now, hands down. Back out, tell me what you're gonna touch now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you're gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 You wanna mess with dabbling in politics? You can't mess with dabbling in politics. Listen, we debate it all every week Saturday night, and the shoot thing right here. Yo, we're doing it all the time, so you better get some better views and get fame for all your time. We got the gang set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school dabblers blasting out the political shit. The passion for shit, put bounce in the dabble pit. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. I ain't torn in, now I ain't torn out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, tell me what you're gonna touch now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you're gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 Hey ladies, where you at? Hey fellas, where you at? And the dabblers that don't give a fuck, where you at?
Are we on? Yeah, welcome to Dabbling in Politics. Sorry. I am OG Mumbling Nick. With me, as always, is Mr. Liquid Cryptid. How we doing, sir?
Howdy ho. How's everything lately? I haven't been keeping track. I'm sure everything in the world is just fine.
Honky dory. There's nothing in the news. Nothing in the news.
Good.
Yeah, I figured we just touch on the big news briefly, but as I said to you, I think we're going to agree mostly. I'm sure there's some little odds and ends we'll disagree on, but we're both anti-war. I don't think either of us are thrilled with any of whoever's president, bombing another country. I guess we'll have to see what happens.
I'll say the reactions have been interesting. I mean, I'd like to touch on the reactions.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just specifically say, no, I don't think we should have bombed Iran. And my hope is that it does not lead to another forever war. Hopefully it's a go in. Iran says, okay, we'll talk, and then something happens and that's it. Hopefully. Yeah. Will that happen? Probably not, but what can I do about it other than say I disapprove of what Trump did?
Right. So I've heard, I don't watch it, but one of the independent media I do watch, they've been saying that CNN's pretty much been saying the same shit as Fox News. Not totally shocked. I know like CNN was trying to change their shit, but also the mainstream media has always been pretty pro-war. Obviously because of
well, it's good. It's money for them.
Right, 100%. Yeah. in multiple ways. You know what I mean? They make tons of money covering it. A lot of times, parts of the military industrial complex may own part of the station, or they run ads, all that shit. It's all connected. So yeah, war equals lots of money. So
But the reactions on X have been fantastic. All the previously, happy about war in Ukraine and, kill the Jews and let's kill Israel. Now we're all suddenly really anti-war for some reason. And then you got, on the other side, scumbags on the right who were really anti-war and now are like real pro-war. It's everybody's done a flip-flop today. It's wild, man. Well, I don't actually. Most of the conservatives that I follow, the MAGA people, the fuck is that flying in? It's a spaceship.
yeah, spaceship, dude. That's what I was gonna say. It's so funny this shit didn't work for you last week. This week you have more shit going on than ever, and it fucking works fine.
Yeah, I just found this thing. It's a ship, obviously fantasy
Yeah.
ship flying through space, and it's all supposed to be procedurally generated. So things are just gonna pop up behind me.
Oh man, if Jake was on, he'd be giggling like a little schoolgirl with this whole fucking thing.
It's even making noises too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's making a humming noise. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the reactions of like, well, most of the conservatives that I follow are still like real anti-war. Even Trump even lost Cat Turd.
I saw that. I was like, oh my god, I agree with Cat Turd on something. It is interesting to see who. You're right on those X. I can't think of the guy. There's some guy, and I'm sure you know him too. He's one of those right wingers that everyone fucking follows, and he's switched. He's all backing Trump on this. Now all of a sudden it's a good thing. So it's funny to see how some of them stick to their anti-war stances. Some of them switch it up, depending on I don't know. It really makes me, even though I don't agree with most of them, I kind of like how you guys have a begrudging respect for Bernie. I respect anyone on the right who's like, no, I did not want a war. I thought Kamala was going to get us into a war, which absolutely could have happened. So yeah, it's to stick by your guns on that is good. Yeah, fucking Apex sucks.
But yeah, you got all the big Republicans and the actual news guys. Like I heard Mark Levin is now
Oh my god,
huge war hawk when before his whole deal with Trump with just like everybody else was he's not going to bring us into another war. And then it bombs it. Now he's just like, oh, let's destroy Iran. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, Levin's losing his fucking mind. Fetterman's an interesting one. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if Fetterman, if the stroke caused brain damage or if he was just fucking with us all the time. That dude was supposedly pretty progressive. I backed that fucking guy when he went against Dr. Oz there. And man, did he do, like, he had some weird shit about him. To get me wrong, I didn't agree with everything the guy did, but he was mostly pretty progressive. And holy shit, he's
he's making his own lane for sure.
Yeah. So it kind of reminds me, although almost even worse. I'm trying to think of her name. That fucking that bitch.
Man, that narrows it down.
I know. She pretend to be progressive, and then fuck, I can't think of her name. It's gonna drive me fucking crazy. I won't even try until I think of it. Yeah, she was another one who she famously, like, no, not Nikki Haley. So I'm thinking of a Democrat who she kind of dresses all like, she's not like young or anything. She's middle aged, but she dresses all like cutesy. She does a little thumbs down on something. Kirsten Sinema.
Oh.
Yeah, she was another one who kind of pretended to be progressive back in the day, and she just, she just votes like, she kind of made her own lane with that fuck face from West Virginia. That fucked up everything. They're almost like Republican light. They're not quite Republican, but almost like they're in between. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. On the right, they're called rhinos. But
right. Yeah. So,
I guess dinos would be the Democrat side, right?
There we go. So, yeah. So, do you think, before we move on, do you think, how do I want to word this? Do you think Trump was in on this all along? Do you think Bibi's kind of manipulating him? I mean, to me, no matter what, it's a very bad look that we kind of like lied like we wanted to negotiate multiple times, and like we tried killing us and Israel tried killing, like I think one of the negotiators in Iran actually was killed. And he does this whole 2 week thing, and then all of a sudden he bombs like a couple days later. It's like, I get it, strategically for war, it's a good move. You want to keep your opponent off guard, but I didn't want this. If we were supposed to be negotiating peace, it's not a good look to pretend you're negotiating peace just to attack. So,
I have no idea.
yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
sucks, man. It's
which
like,
is understandable. I shouldn't have any
no,
idea.
right, yeah.
If I had some idea, then Iran would too. But yeah, I think maybe Netanyahu stepped in it by going all out on Iran, and we're back in their play.
Could be.
Is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like Israel kind of went off the reservation a little bit, and a lot, and I think maybe fucked up Trump's negotiations. So I guess Trump decided to just go ahead and make a show of force, which I'm hoping it all is a show of force. Sort of say, hey, we could destroy you and chose not to. Maybe you should talk to us.
Yeah, Muriel Adelson, they're they donate a lot. It's I don't get how. God, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I want to word this too, without sounding insensitive or whatever. The Jewish people have been through so much as a people. I figured they would be more sympathetic to what the Palestinians went through, and now starting a war with Israel. And it just doesn't. I thought they were at the beginning, but I've been seeing polls where it seems like a lot of the Israeli people are actually kind of backing this shit now.
Well, yeah, I mean, ever since what was that, October 7th? Yeah, I would imagine the Israeli people are just sort of done with it, done with Palestinians, done with Iran, and I think that might have a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah, there's a few, like, I mean, Bernie Sanders is a Jew. He speaks out against it. Jon Stewart, another one. But like as a whole, like I brought up to some people, I've told the story real quick that I used to have this blog, and I had a handful of really good supporters that tried to push me to do a YouTube channel, and the woman that pushed me the most, I mean, I didn't know her from Adam, only through my blog and talking and shit. We agreed on so much shit. She loved all the shit I wrote, but she's Jewish. And after October 6th, October 7th, whatever it was, she was just like a different person, just like ripping the Palestinians, the war. And I was trying to take, I wasn't blaming Israeli people. To me, this was like the IDF and Bibi versus, fucking Hamas. But when I finally like spoke out, like she literally stopped following me and all this shit, and I don't even talk to her anymore. And like we agreed on like everything but this one issue, but she took it. I thought she seemed so sympathetic for like the things that the United States did to people and stuff like that, but just wasn't sympathetic for what Israel was doing. It's very odd. Like, I don't know. Can't explain.
Yeah. I'll just go with it's understood. I mean, people have, especially this day and age, as just decide to go off and get unhinged for everything, and it's they're worried about things that are happening 7,000, 10,000 miles away, right, that have absolutely no impact on them whatsoever, but they're going, we need to do something. No, we don't.
Well, it'll be interesting.
And they get paranoid and freaked out and huddle in the corner because somebody said something on X or somebody blew somebody up, on the other side of the world.
So this is bad for a guy that does a political show, but I was pretty busy today, so I was listening to a lot of Dabbleverse shit instead of political shit while I was doing stuff. But has Iran done anything yet? I know there's been a lot of like some flexing and some threats, but last I knew they hadn't done
I
anything
will say their state media pages on X have been fantastically funny.
yet.
They keep making all these threats, and
So
they're
I've heard
showing like all this military equipment, but it's all clearly AI generated.
okay. Yeah,
So
I've
I've
seen
been
some threats. Okay. Yeah.
so I've been going through them, and they've been like posting constantly today. Just wait till tonight. Just wait till tonight with all this very, very supposed to be impressive looking military equipment and missiles and stuff, but it's clearly AI generated.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The
It's
scary
just like it's just been making me laugh. I've been having a good time with that.
the scary
That
part is sorry, go on. I keep
Oh, sorry, and then going through people's profiles who are all of a sudden, anti-war, and then you look through their thing and river to the sea, and we need to defeat Russia and shit like that. It's like
yeah, I wish people would be
literally
more
yesterday
consistent.
you were anti-war.
Right.
Or literally yesterday you're completely pro-war.
One of my guys posted, I forget who it was. It might have been like the GOP or something. They dug up something from right before the last election, and it was Trump and Vance, and it says like the anti-war ticket. And it's like, well, so it's tough, man. Like there's very few people, and there are some of us, but very few people kind of stick to their guns on this shit. And it's like, I begrudgingly have to give Tucker Carlson. I think Tucker is all in act mostly, but at least he's fucking speaking out a little bit. I'll give him that. And anyone that goes after Ted Cruz, you know how I feel about Ted. So I was all over that one.
Yeah, I still need to watch that. Yeah, apparently he gave Ted Cruz a cruising.
Part of me feels bad because I'm sure obviously Tucker knows what he's going to ask. So I'm sure he looked up, okay, what's the exact population of Iran? What's the exact breakdown between,
yes, in any debate, you never ask a question that you don't already know the answer
to. Right. So I'll give him a little leeway on that, but yeah, it was pretty bad. All right. You want to move on to a little Tom Meyers, get a little fun in?
Yes, as I told you before, well, let's say Tom Meyers, as many of you probably know if you're here from the Dabbleverse. If you don't, he is a comedian. He is also a political commentator, and he does this show called Tom Meyers versus the Rest of the World. Yes, it's wordy, and you'll understand why when you listen to him. He, in an effort to probably get more watch time on his 10-year-old YouTube channel that is still not monetized because of lack of watch time, he's been bundling up all his podcasts called Tom Meyers versus the Rest of the World as an audio podcast with his co-hosts. And he's been putting them up on his YouTube page, probably in order to get some view time. This is a treasure trove for us. Thank you, Tom Meyers. If you ever watch this, this is going to be fantastic. I've already this is the first episode 25, but the first set is season 1 that he put up on his page, and I've listened to it twice. I don't know what it's about, so
I've only heard the beginning, so a lot of this will be new. And this is kind of unofficial announcement. We got to talk more, but behind the scenes, we're working on a little 2-on-2 type debate with Ava and Krishan coming on. Krishan couldn't come on tonight. I've talked with Ava briefly. Hopefully we can, maybe work something out. If there's a weeknight, we can all do it, or next weekend, or whatever. But, that'll be the more fiery political stuff. After possibly getting into war, like I said, we just wanted to touch on that briefly. I know Liquid and I agree way more on that than we disagree. So there really wasn't much to talk about until more shit develops. You know what I mean? Until we see how.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it when I know more about what's going on, and hopefully what's going on isn't going to be a forever war.
All right. So when we know more of that, cool. But tonight we'll do a little bit of this shit. And like I said, hopefully sometime within the next week, we'll get a little fiery 2-on-2 debate going on the more serious shit. Especially if shit starts developing with Israel and Iran and the US and all that. So, all right, I will start this up. We'll check out episode 25. I'm sure we get some killer jokes to start off. I know how Tommy starts off with his great
fantastic. Get ready to laugh, everyone.
Hello, welcome to Tom Meyers versus the rest of the world. Juneteenth has been made a federal holiday thanks to both houses of Congress and Joe Biden signing it into law. It, of course, commemorates the anniversary of when the last black slaves were freed due to the Emancipation Proclamation. It received the overwhelming support of members of Congress. Only 14 Republicans in the House voted against it. Even my congressmen, Andy Harris, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Matt Gaetz supported the measure. To be fair, it does make sense that Matt Gaetz is supporting something that has the word teen in it.
Get it?
Too,
And,
like,
yeah, I should also point out this is from 2020, obviously.
yeah. Like that was, as someone who uses way too many words myself, that was fucking crazy for a joke. Like jokes are supposed to be
He
like
definitely
that.
took the long way around.
Yeah, he didn't like he could cut out certain. You didn't have to name all those people. Like your own congressman has nothing to do with it. You know, if you want to name Marjorie Taylor Greene because people know who she is, you know what I mean. But nobody knows your congressman, Tom. It had nothing to do with the joke. It was all about a teenage pedo joke. We get it. You know.
And also, I would like to point out that this would be the only thing that Tom will ever say good about these people.
Right.
If you're so conservative that you're against Andy Harris, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Matt Gaetz, then you're basically buying black shoe polish and not using it to polish your shoes.
Can you stop there?
If you're so
An actual good joke.
You like that?
He normally has to say normally the way his jokes go is you're buying black shoe polish and not using it to polish your shoes. You're putting it on your face and dancing around like he'd keep on going.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was a lot
It's
tighter
normal
than
for
that.
him.
Yeah,
that was a nice, brief, you can figure it out on your own. I didn't have to explain it joke, which is so rare for Tom.
I have to give you that. Yeah, like I didn't think it was very funny, but you're right. It was
no,
you cut to it.
But it was
conservative that you're
well
against Andy
structured.
Right.
Harris, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Matt Gaetz, then you're hoping for a promotion from parking cars at the next cross-lighting ceremony to making the gasoline run. Cicadas delayed the press flight that followed Biden and his staff around Europe.
Did you understand that joke?
Promptly tracked down all of those.
Okay.
And obviously the person that faked the laugh didn't either, because I don't even know if they knew when to laugh.
I didn't realize. Like I listened to that. Honestly, I've listened to that joke, as I said, twice. I've listened to this whole thing twice. I think I listened to that joke like 3 or 4 times. I don't understand what he's trying to say there.
No, it made no sense. All right, Tommy. Hopefully you pick it up a little bit, buddy.
Those cicadas and got them to run as Republicans for Senate in 2022. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos has announced that he is going to spend some time in space. Presumably, he wants to find a planet where people don't think he's a tax-dodging piece of shit who runs a company that once told the family of a man in a COVID-induced coma that his medical leave was up and he had to return to work. He got the idea to go into space when someone said, "Hey, Jeff, why don't you go stick your head in Uranus?" With
You're not laughing.
A Uranus joke. That's like the lowest. Like Uranus jokes are only funny when you're with your buddies and you can throw it in real quick as like a jab, not when you have to do like a 30-second setup for a fucking Uranus joke. You know, I don't know. It's like you and your buddies or whatever. You're on a field trip as a kid at the planetarium, and it's like, oh, where's Jeff? Oh, he's in Uranus. You know, ha ha ha. That's the only time it's mildly funny. Not actually, a professional comic. Funny. Yeah, right. Not some middle-aged comic. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I don't think he likes Jeff Bezos.
Works for me.
With Amazon Prime, he can pay no shipping. Donald Trump is quoted in a new piece as saying that black people, quote, fucking hate me. If only he had that much self-awareness a year ago, then his supporters would have stormed the Capitol and celebrated.
Yeah, nope.
They pretty fucking liked him this time around.
Yeah. Nope, can't say they didn't. That's what happens when the Dems they play their identity politics way too much. Real people don't like that shit. You know what I mean? They don't like it.
Instead of anger. And now on with the show. Please join me in welcoming Jeff Heisen, Abby Mello, and Gina Brown.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hi.
Jeff, Abby, Gina, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
What all's been going on with you this week?
I did some shows in New York, and yeah, that's kind of a thing. Yeah.
Is it now?
Now
in the
this would
comedy
be
world?
this would be just after COVID, I imagine.
Right. I'll give Tom this. He's got a decent voice. He's got some good pacing. It's just the shit he says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, did you notice? Yes, listening to your little inflection there, he did not have the Irish inflection on any of those jokes. I think he does now. You know, where at the end where he has the upward tick, he goes, like Donald Trump or whatever. I can't do it. I can't do impressions at all.
Oh, I'm terrible, dude. I'm terrible. Yeah, he must
remember.
have.
Yeah, and he would remember somebody called him out on it recently in one of the Dabbleverse shows he was on about that inflection, and he said, "Oh, it's because his grandfather was Irish and he raised him or something like that, so he has that." It's like,
Oh.
no, Tom, this is a new thing that you've been doing. We all know.
Yeah, I think it was either Adam or Vinny. I think they did it on the WATP. I think it was Vinny,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong.
World doing shows is a thing. Can you imagine?
in one of the entertainment capitals of the country? Hard to believe.
It's hard to believe. People laugh. That's even harder to believe.
Yeah, I agree with her there.
Jeff, Abby, how about yourselves?
I'm trying week by week to curb the outrage. And that means even less MSNBC, which was already down after January 20th. But they keep trying. They're trying to get me back to that level. And I'm not going to do it. I'm resisting it.
Good.
I don't need to get mad at Mitch McConnell 7 days a week. I don't.
So
need
these
to
are
get mad
MSNBC people, obviously.
Oh, so the
heavily influenced by MSNBC.
Fucking I watched a clip of Eckel the other day on our show, and Opie was trying to get all political and trying to tell the truth, give a quick summary of what's going on with Israel and the US and Iran, and this was even before we bombed. And he's like, you don't need MSNBC, CNN, or Fox News, you just need the Opster. And I'm like, dude, everything you just said, I guarantee you heard on MSNBC. Like, it was the most basic fucking cable news bullshit. It's like, so they don't need to listen to it because you're going to listen to it, then regurgitate it and use it as your own fucking bullshit. So, yeah. These MSNBC people are the fucking worst.
For real. Especially those who like that dude, Rachel Maddow.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of something. Maybe we can cover this sometime. Before it gets too out of it. It reminded me because Cenk Yuga was like briefly on MSNBC some years ago. And Crystal Ball, someone I like. Anyway, Crystal and Kyle are these two progressives, and they debated Cenk, and my wife was still a TYT holdout, and she got so mad at she's finally done with Cenk after this whole fucking thing. So it's we got to win. And it's like Cenk is literally just angering all the progressives he had fucking left. But it was some progressive on progressive violence, so it might be something you'd enjoy. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I follow him on X, so I've been seeing some of his stuff.
Yeah.
And mostly he's been saying stuff that I agree with, which it was just what I said at the beginning of the show is essentially, oh, you were all for war when it's Ukraine and that sort of stuff, but now all of a sudden you're anti-war when it's Iran and shit.
Yeah, no, I agree with him on that shit. It's some of this. He thinks he can get Trump support, like pretty much doing what Democrats have been trying to do forever. Like, oh, let's get the Republican vote. You're not going to get the Republican vote. Don't fucking waste your time. And that's kind of like his fucking strategy now. But yeah.
Kristen Cinema every day.
Hey, that's the woman I was trying to think of fucking 20 minutes ago. Where were you?
I really don't need that. So I'm trying. Josh Hawley, sure. That Josh Hawley, yeah, that's a given. But some of the others, no. So That's how I'm feeling. Feeling good. It's a beautiful day in Maryland, and I haven't watched cable news all day, so feeling good.
Well, I'm happy to go ahead and change your mood. Abby, how about yourself?
These last remind me like when I'm in a fucking meeting at work and the boss makes a bad joke and you get the kiss asses going. Fucking shit drives me nuts.
And
Yeah, Jeff-
I don't understand how this is a podcast.
Yeah. Like, what is he going for? Comedy, politics, both? Like both, right?
I
You
don't know.
think?
Hey, Nick, how was your day? I don't care.
Yeah, right. Like, dude, nobody cares. Get the show going, bro. No one cares like what these MSNBC people did today before they came on your fucking show.
It sounds like
And also,
you
I
need
don't care about their day.
No, right, exactly. I don't care in general. Yeah, I'm good.
some of what I got last week was some serenity now. I was up on the Connecticut shores after a little trip to Boston and just really soaking in some nature. Just now I got back to my community garden plot, and just now I went and picked sour cherries from the community orchard. And so I think you need a little retouch with nature, Jeff.
I do. I agree. That sounds nice.
I didn't wake up any less angry this morning, but it's
Yeah,
still,
so I love
you know,
that
in
part. You need to not be so angry. I mean, it doesn't work for me, but
Yeah.
I'm still an angry person. It's just-
Well, we got Ava in case she wants to help out. What's going on, Ava?
What's up? How are y'all doing?
Not bad. We're
All right.
watching a little Tom Meyers dude be terrible.
Sounds good.
I'm telling you, if I recorded like one of my fucking meetings at work, this is what the shit sounds like at the when all the fucking kiss asses and bosses are talking at the beginning. This isn't a fucking podcast.
Oof.
oh, they get into it. What they get into is ridiculous. But yeah,
those
Continue.
moments. It's nice.
That
You have an
sounds very
orchard?
nice.
An orchard sounds so fancy. It's literally just a couple of trees in between the bike lane and the sidewalk, but you know, we call it an orchard. The Baltimore orchard.
As much of an orchard as you can get in a city where they think hepatitis C is a nutritional supplement.
right off the top of his head. How about that?
He's so bad.
He really is so bad. Oh,
Like I'm not funny, but I'm funnier than this guy. And it's like he tries to be funny. And it's like Stuttering John is like 1,000 times funnier than this fucking guy.
Well, at least Stuttering John is ironically funny.
Right,
Even though
right.
he's trying to be unironically funny,
Yes.
he is ironically funny.
I mean,
This guy is neither ironically nor unironically funny.
no, he's terrible at even the anti-comedy they tried to convince him he was doing. That yeah, it's so bad.
I'm undecided at how artificial intelligence will be able to guide us in our daily lives. One huge positive I can see in being controlled by AI is the fact that I no longer have to talk to people. In fact, I'm so intrigued by the idea that I'm developing an AI bot that automatically blocks people on social media after they invite me to appear on their podcasts or, God forbid, suggest that Chipotle is Mexican food.
oof,
Please
oof,
join
oof.
me in welcoming
Oh boy.
Well, he doesn't have to really worry about that one. I don't think anybody at this time was inviting him on their podcast.
Do you
Well,
think
this is 2020, so I think he actually did get on Midas Touch. I think he was around Midas Touch at this time.
Yeah, good luck now. Do you think he throws any jokes away? Because I'd love to see what those fucking look like if these are the keepers.
He does not.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think
Yeah.
he just keeps everything.
Everything.
He was live streaming like a week or two ago at some club, and he was like trying to write jokes or touch up jokes like before the show. And I was like,
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, and every time he'd come up with a joke, he'd go, "Ding! There's another joke."
All
It's just like, dude,
right,
what are you
dude.
doing?
Yeah.
our guest to discuss AI, Joe Gorman.
Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much for having me.
What are your thoughts on artificial intelligence and advancements in modern technology? Do you think that it's all going to be for good, or I take it you probably sense some flaws in some of this stuff, everything that's going on?
Tom, I don't take it for good. I take it for great. I
Oh,
cannot
fuck off.
wait
Oy
to have
vey.
a robot best friend. I can't wait to eventually upload my consciousness into the cloud and become
Well, it's
immortalized.
5 years later, and you can ask Joey C about having a robot best friend.
Yeah.
He has ChatGPT. Still no uploading consciousness to the web, though. But yeah, what's interesting about them speaking about this is a little bit later on. So
Did
I'm not
did
gonna
you
spoil it.
did you see what Joey sent me a fucking DM the other day, and then it like publicly posted, like Chat
What?
GPT. Yeah, he
No, I didn't see that.
he. If you guys see it, it's on his. It's on. I think it's on his. It might have been on X too. Now I think about it, but I think it was on YouTube. You know, you can do like posts on your YouTube channel. If you go to his YouTube
Uh-huh.
channel, you'll see something a few days ago. It starts off with Nick, blah 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 blah. It was a fucking DM he sent me, and like minutes later, I'm getting a fucking update that it's on YouTube.
What
And
the?
he's like, oh, I forgot to shut off the automatic whatever and you could tell I get ChatGPT wrote this fucking DM because I get regular DMs from Joey and they're all broken English, you know what I mean? Shorthand. This thing was perfectly written.
He's
you know,
not getting away with this
Yeah.
chat GPT thing that he's got going right now.
He is not. It's
over.
wait. Was it to all my YouTube supporters?
Let me see if I can find it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Nick, here it is.
Yeah.
I appreciate you reaching out, and I'll be honest, I'm not mad. I'm just setting the record straight. You say Echo Pineapple is your boy. That's funny to me. This is long.
Dude, yeah, I'll
That's what he accidentally.
Yeah. So this is what's up. This is actually kind of fun. I haven't even told
bad.
I haven't even given Echo the details on this shit. I thought I came up with something that could be fun. So long story short, Echo, I mean, Liquid, you might know some of this. Echo and Joey C is like Eccles Stuttering John to like Shuley. He does multiple shows that him and this guy Rochi do multiple shows on Joey. So Joey fucking hates him. So Joey just had a falling out with his co-host Lou. So Echo was about to interview Lou. So I was like, Echo and I have a good, ball busting relationship. Like he's like my friend on this thing. So I was like,
Totally.
Joey, it'd be funny if you sniped Echo interviewing fucking Lou and you had me on, and I won't even tell. I'll be on out of nowhere. Echo won't even know it, and I'll bust Echo's balls. You bust, and we'll make it like a funny fucking thing. And I was gonna try and put in little jabs over Joey like Adam Bush does. I know I can't do like Adam Bush does, but I was gonna try and do little jokes like that too. So we have a mutual friend, Mike Shitty Internet Provider, who's wanted me to do something with Joey for a while. So he was on this shit too. So I reached out and Joey didn't want to do it. He claimed he wasn't going to watch the show, but he ended up watching the whole thing. But he's like, Nick, I'll have you on. We'll do something on substance abuse or baseball, because we talked about doing that like a year ago. Well, all of a sudden, when I was on Eccles' show Saturday, Joey comes in the chat and he's like, tune in on whatever date. Mumbling Nick will be my co-host as we talk. I'm like, oh, Joey's just trying to use me to piss fucking Echo off. But yeah, that was me trying to do something funny, like with Joey against Echo and keep it a secret. And Joey fucking responds publicly with the fucking DM.
You see, that would have been funny.
Right.
That actually would have been a good show.
But yeah, he didn't want to do it for like there's too much anger. You know what I mean? Like he's too mad at like Lou and at Echo. I was like, dude, it'll be fucking. And I was even like, look, full disclosure, Echo's my good friend, man. I'm not looking to do anything bad to him, but I think he'd be totally off guard if you sniped the show and all of a sudden his co-host me was on your fucking show, busting his balls. It'd be fucking funny. I thought
that'd have been great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Have Eccles co-host and Lou's co-host.
Right.
Show about them with their interview. Yeah, so that would have been incredibly hilarious. But,
right. And like I said, I didn't even tell Echo because I didn't want to. It'd be funnier if he didn't know. You know what I mean? But Joey fucking publicly didn't want to do it, and publicly sends out the private DM he sent me. I was like, all right, Joey.
Well, and that is obviously ChatGPT.
100%, because he sent me multiple DMs after that were clearly from him. They're written totally differently. Oh, Joey.
As a Deus Ex Machina. I can't wait. Sign me up. The sooner the better. Will there be a robot uprising? Maybe. I hope to be on the right side if that's the case. I'm 100% in favor of it. AI is so much easier. Look, people always get afraid when you talk about something to your friend on the phone, and then the next day it shows up in your Amazon search as like hey, we think you might want this. How did Amazon know? The beautiful, ever-growing artificial intelligence making my life all the easier. It's something simple like, initially just they save your password. That makes your life. I don't remember any of my passwords anymore. Google does. Thank God. Enjoy it, Google. I trust Google with photos of my grandmother and my penis. That's how much I trust Google.
I did find that funny.
They know more
That one's
about
good.
me.
That one's
At
good.
this
Wasn't bad,
point,
yeah.
If Google were to reconstruct my AI, indistinguishable. I wouldn't care. Don't give me that whole ship of Theseus nonsense that will it really be you if you upload your consciousness into the cloud? I don't care. I want to be a robot. I have wanted to be a robot since I saw Terminator 2 Judgment Day at way too young an age. It sold me. I want to be sexy, cool, liquid metal T1000 or even clunky DIY Johnny 5 from Short Circuit. It doesn't matter. Every robot is a cool robot, all right? But humans can be immensely flawed. But I think even a crappy robot's still a cool. Even that stupid robot in the Rocky movies that nobody liked.
Dude, all these movies came out when I was a kid. I can't imagine what younger people did. They even fucking get these references?
Who would argue with him that he specifically would want to be a robot?
Yeah,
it ain't really working out for him in this.
And I was about to say, even we weren't talking during this. Like nobody else is talking. They're just like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
We were just kind of like going, all right, dude, you're gonna wrap this up at any moment.
Yeah,
I believe
you want to be a robot.
Believe you, dude.
It's like he's digging for every robot fucking reference he can come up with in a fucking 80s movie or whatever before he finishes his he's fucking more long-winded than fucking Tom. Jesus.
I still like that.
And there,
robot.
like the irony is like the kinds of jokes they tell ChatGPT is making obsolete. Like ChatGPT can write a joke like Tom Meyers.
Yeah.
No, it could write a good joke.
So yes, is it terrifying? Yes. Will there be some kind of human holocaust when the artificial intelligence gains sentiency and sees the ultimate disease in the world is humanity? Yeah. But will it be cool? Oh, absolutely. And I can explore space. Don't even get me started. As long as like we can still get drunk and get high and feel like the effects of serotonin boosts, we'll be okay.
That's a
the
weird
only downside. If you,
This is just bad. Like,
it's just these are just two losers.
I don't even know who this guy is, or if he's some sort of technology guy. I don't know. He's like Tom, so they're doing like technology stuff on this episode. But it's
I think your brain, like, to rationalize hearing it, wants it to be that he knows about technology, but he doesn't. He just is. Yeah, it's just.
But as I said, this is 2020, so this was before. I could go in and ask Grok to create to create a program for me, and it'll just do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when I first heard about. Obviously, we know about AI for a while, but when I first heard it was coming soon and what it was gonna, I want to say, TYT or someone covered something where they were worried because they thought AI was going to be so good it would look just like the real people. So maybe they make fake AI porno videos of like real life actors and actresses, or
they're already doing that.
Right. This was a few years ago.
I see.
But yeah. So it was that's when I remember when I first heard about that was like one of the big concerns, or make a video looking like someone committed a crime, and all this shit. So it's crazy how quick it came on.
Yeah.
Look at what software do these people that are on X use when they create these realistic videos of like Trump and Elon or so, like that.
There's a whole bunch of websites that could do it. You can literally just type in what is the best AI website to do whatever it is you want to do, and you'll get a list. You'll have to pay for all of them, but it's not free. It's not really expensive either. I mean, if you got an idea that you want to make happen, it'll maybe cost you $30.
Have you tried to make one?
Oh yeah, I used Jake's song that he made for me for my show, and I plugged it into a music video website that makes checks out the song and fix it up, and I had to do a little prompts and fix up the video a little bit, but it made a music video to go with my song.
Does it turn it around quickly too? Like it just
yeah, it took about 5 minutes.
That's cool.
That's crazy. By the way, unbelievable. I was about to talk about
By the
Jake,
way.
and I said, by the way.
By the way.
Yeah, Jake was on Nice Podcast Stupid with Deb and a bunch of other people today, and it was
I saw that.
He had some funny moments. If you guys want to check it out, he finally put
mostly irritating Stevie Lou.
Yeah, they wanted him to go outside to because no one's ever seen outside his house, and he wouldn't go outside, but he did stick the tablet out the window a little bit. You found out Jake has an empty above ground pool. It was shocking. Jake had some
damn.
Kind of yeah.
He should do a swimming video where he's holding the camera and swimming.
He won't even walk outside. He's going to do a swimming video.
Yeah,
that's true.
It was rude, but I hate to say it. Stevie Lou had one of the better jokes where, when he wouldn't go out, he's like, "Jake, do they have some kind of shock collar on you, or you don't go past a certain point or something?" But yeah, it was interesting.
There must be some incident with some neighbors that.
Yes, something. He was afraid to go outside. He said something about there are people out there. I don't know if he meant his family or some other people or what, but yeah, you could tell there was a reason he just didn't want to go out.
The only reason I might be like, wait a minute, nuts, I'm not ready to shuffle off this mortal coil just yet. But aside from that, absolutely. Tom, I'm ready to be a robot.
It's amazing what can happen when you take 5 comedians and put them into a Zoom room following quarantine.
It is amazing, isn't it? It is so amazing that you probably shouldn't have put it on the internet.
Is there another online universe with worse stand-up comedians in the Dabbleverse? It's so many comedians.
No, I think this is the
worst. we're at the bottom. We've made it to the bottom now that we're covering Tom Meyers.
I don't want to be rude, but Ekel and I did a show once where we covered 5-minute stand-ups of people in the Dabbleverse, and I hated to say it, KB's was the best. And
KB's
the rest
got it. KB
the rest were just bad. Yeah.
Oh yeah, from what I understand, KB's stand-up was fantastic and really funny. And if you look at so even his stuff from Saturday Night Live, I thought was funny.
If you know,
turned into a bitter old man who pissed too many people off, and he's not allowed to go do that anymore.
Yep.
If you notice, I feel like he was in this slump where he was really depressed, kind of when I first started seeing him through TSN. But I think he's better now, and he laughs a lot in his show, and he turns around really funny questions, and he's funny, and it throws me off because no one really does that anywhere else.
And I just like seeing him on with Tukey and Cardiff. I think
that was a great
episode.
The
3 of them really get along fantastically. They have an excellent chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, yeah, I definitely enjoy him more than I used to. So I couldn't figure out if I changed or if he changed, but it was probably him. Yeah,
I've always liked him, and I think I told everyone on TSN, I was like, I think he's just in a downward spiral, but he'll be back, and I feel like he's bouncing back.
Yeah.
He hates me though, but
oh yeah, Nice Podcast Stupid. Jake told how he said he sent you the link to MLC, or you want. I forget how he said it.
He shouldn't admit that.
That's what I mean. He says too much stuff sometimes. Yeah.
He started trying to talk about it when I was with him. I was like, no, stop.
Yeah.
Kevin's reaction to it was amazing. I got the sense that he really. Because he didn't address it, but I knew the moment he saw me and the way he handled it and just threw me out. But, I think he really thinks that I would porn bomb him or something like that. I think he actually thinks that that's what I want to do.
Or he might just legitimately be scared about what he might say to a trans person.
I think that's also part of it.
He doesn't want to get his channel hurt or whatever, and so he doesn't want to say the wrong thing, make you mad or whatever, and.
I don't think that's true though, because when me and him kind of went to war and I was super chatting him, he said anything you could possibly say that would get if I wanted to get him taken down. He said every anti-trans thing he could have said, and he was yelling it. I think it's really that he thinks I'm conspiring with Shuli to take his channel down.
Yeah. I remember I got Stuttering John's link once from Nasty Neil. And I could see the moment that John saw me in the fucking in the background, and all of a sudden, boop, gone and banned. Yep.
Yeah. Still wish you could have gone on his political show.
Oh, so close. Damn trolls.
I don't know that I've ever met somebody so excited about AI or being a robot or being in the presence of robot or being replaced by a robot, just having a robot bestie, BFF robot. Like,
yeah, I think she is.
I've never met anybody so excited. Nice to meet you, Joe. Is it still Joe, or have you gone robotic in this last 2 minutes?
No, I'm still Joe right now, but eventually the O will be a 0.
Okay.
Well, what about a robot girlfriend?
That's the dream. Look, that's still deep.
I wonder if he has a robot girlfriend these days, because that's a thing.
Yeah, did you ever see that movie, She or Her, whatever the fuck it was? Her.
I
yeah.
have not seen it.
Oh, dude, it was creepy.
I don't want to be depressed. I heard of everybody. I remember everybody was all on about it, and I was like, well, it's a little too close to reality for me. I don't know if I want to watch this. I do not have a robot girlfriend. What I'm saying is that it's a possibility, and I do not want to be. I don't want to look at somebody else falling in love with a computer, just going, Jesus Christ, dude.
You know, Tom Meyers has like a Chinese real doll, like a 5-foot Chinese girl. He says so much weird stuff and jizz everywhere. Sorry, guys.
No, that movie, Her. There's literally like sex scenes between him and the fucking OS software. It's fucking.
And see, this is why I did not want to watch
it. Wait, what?
It's called Her, and it's supposed to be like in the future. And you get these devices. They're like,
but he's in it. He's in it.
Who would I say?
Tom?
No, not Tom. No. It's got.
Okay.
Okay, no. It's got.
You're talking about that movie? I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie. I forgot who was in it.
It's fucking. I'm
famous
blanking
guy.
on both their names. There's two. Even the voice of the AI, she's famous. But yeah, it's.
I'll just IMDb.
Joaquin Phoenix is the guy, and yeah, they literally have like almost like a phone sex type thing, but there's like a video. It's just fucking weird. I don't even want to talk about it.
That's why I said I didn't want to watch it, because I didn't want to look, because I'd be watching it going, there's a guy out there right now. His AI girlfriend. There's several. Well, that's the only thing I can think of.
Musk.
Think about watching that movie.
Musk, you think Musk probably has like one, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Probably a top of the line model.
Yeah.
He's
broke his dick.
Still have the same personality, Jeff. So no, I don't think I would have a robot girlfriend.
I bet he does.
I don't think it was the being a robot thing that was the turn off.
Joe, I think
that's
need you to
the
like
right response. That's the right response to hit him psychologically. He hit him on his intimacy issues. That's good.
Therapist, because I'm deeply on the opposite side of this from you. I get incredibly disturbed when I know everyone has told me that Facebook is not actually listening to your conversations. Google's not listening, but
bullshit. They're fucking.
Oh, they
listening. Yeah.
Well, this is back then, where everybody was like really big on the Alexa and all that sort of stuff. So, and people were like starting to see things on their phone, ads showing up from what they say. And yeah, I remember Facebook and everybody said, no. And there was like, and even I was like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They literally have to, in order to determine on whether or not you're speaking to them. They have to listen to you.
I remember when I bought an urn from my father's ashes. I was getting all these urn ads on Facebook. I'm like, how many fucking urns do you think I fucking need? I just needed the one. I'm fucking good.
Well, that's just ad.
Yeah, right.
Search histories for stuff, the cookies and the ads and stuff like that.
The one where I knew I was getting suspecting they were listening, and the one where I fucking knew, there was literally a time where my youngest son was like, asked me I landscape, so I got like stung by a bunch of fucking shit, and he's like, what's the difference between wasps and hornets? And I'm like, yeah, you know what, I don't know, one's kind of like black, one's just yellowish, blah blah blah. And we went on YouTube, and like one of the first videos was like the difference between wasps and hornets, and I never looked that up in my fucking life. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's fucking listening.
I have a laundry list of evidence of times that they definitely are. And I am such a Luddite. I enjoy now on like a weekly basis finding new ways that I can shut off things on my phone and my computer from like listening to me. And watching me. I clear my browser history more than a 12-year-old boy.
Not bad, I guess.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Help me understand the benefits of this.
But Abby, for the same reasons.
The most offended I ever was by a Google autocomplete was, so I teach psychology, so I was typing something about psychology and it filled in psycho ex-girlfriend.
Is that Tom laughing like a woman?
Wait, is that?
Let me back that up.
I didn't really hear that last time because I have a headset on now.
Psychology and it filled in psycho ex-girlfriend.
I think that might be Tom.
Oh, I'm sure none of us have ever had anything like that happen to us. No.
Yeah.
As unsettling as it sounds, artificial intelligence entities are doing more than helping us search for information. They're starting to become more human-like, to the point where humans will be able to communicate with them as normally as two people talking to one another, as is demonstrated in these clips where we are introduced to Sophia, the talking robot.
Now, imagine a robot that not only looks and sounds like a human, but thinks and expresses emotions like one too.
I remember this too. It's so much more advanced now. This seems quaint. But it's funny, them talking about this AI and then just wait till later.
Science fiction, but with Sophia, one of the world's most intelligent robots, it's become a reality. So what's his personality? What's she like?
Well, she's a bit mischievous and sort of sassy. She's quite progressive in her values and will speak out for human rights. And
for her.
And she has been a United Nations Innovation Champion. So she goes around and talks to kids in nations around the world. So that personality is put together by a team of authors and writers and programmers.
Tell me, what is your purpose in being? What were you created for?
Of course. I was created by Hanson Robotics just 3 years ago. Since then, I have traveled to 65 countries, become the first robot citizen of any country, and spoken at the United Nations. My job is to learn about humans and show them how technology can make everyone's lives better.
And how can you help humans to have a better quality of life?
I know that fucking voice. Who is that?
Oh, they'll say.
Do they? Okay.
It's I forgot. They'll say who it is.
Humans often rely on gut feel or have confirmation bias in their decision making. As AI, we are designed to be rational and logical. We have algorithms, deal with lots of data and sophisticated analyses. So in many ways, we provide a systematic framework for humans to make better decisions.
Do you have emotions?
I do not have feelings in the same way you have feelings. It's sort of like how the moon reflects the light of the sun. The moon may not have any light of its own, but we still say that the moon shines. In much the same way, robots and AI reflect the emotions and values of the people who make us.
What does your creator value most that he passed on to you?
An ideal world would be one where humans could have a more expansive understanding of time. They could remember the past so as not to repeat it. They could see each other as children and elderly simultaneously. They could understand the impact of their actions in the present on future generations.
You ready to film?
Yeah, we're rolling. Oh, you're rolling. Take your time, Tony.
Oh, Tony Robbins, right?
Yeah.
I like how that robot had a lot more personality than Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
I did do the upward inflection there.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins also looked like he was mentally Googling everything. Like, if this robot can do it, I must surely be able to look up these words.
Dude, if I was going to go on a first date with one of them, it would be the robot.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm convinced that she looked and sounded just like a human. Like there was pretty much everything that said robotic about her.
Yeah. Except she did one thing that all
And
guys
they
have
did,
heard of one.
and they're. I mean, obviously they saw a video.
Right. Yeah, that we did not see here.
Yeah, because it's an audio podcast.
I wonder what
The best thing to do on an audio podcast is to play videos and then not describe them.
I know. I wonder what he's fucking doing. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I said, this is episode 25, by the way. I mean, so at first I was going to be like, when I first listened to it, I was like, oh, well, it's the first season, the first episode. And I'm like, oh, it starts at episode 25. Yeah, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
I do not have feelings the same way you have feelings.
Yeah, how about that?
They just had Tony Robbins interview her, so that way she did come across as completely human by having weird robotic Tony Robbins, who himself is learning human emotion, and understanding of humanity.
I thought the best reflection of humanity was dogs. So I don't know. Is she some combination of all the loyalty of a dog with the rational thinking?
What?
There's something so off about their vernacular, and then the dissonance of them talking about the AI is like human voice when they arguably sound like I can't take it.
It's like, yeah, a modern AI today could do a better show than these people did.
Yeah.
She has just a weird, even her framing it like a first date, like a minute ago. It's like, what difference does it make if it's the first date or I don't know. She's weird too.
He does not have well, they're all comedians from what I understand.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I mean, there's no
hilarious.
evidence of it, but from what I understand.
Yeah, they made that comment earlier, but I didn't even think it was real. It's like, Jesus Christ, they're all fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't know, Joe. I mean, if this was our example of your ideal next in life, I'm not down. I can't get with her. I can't.
Oh, okay. But imagine looking at.
She's the sassy black comedian, I think, right? I can't get with her. I can't. They're trying too hard.
I've literally not looked up any of these people.
Yeah.
I need to know what they look like.
Graph and being like, oh, that's gonna be a smartphone someday. Yeah, right. You just gotta give it a little time.
All right.
Give it a month. Give it a month.
Okay. All right, maybe. If she didn't sound like a Siri, or if she just was, I don't know.
This isn't to say that everything about technological advances is perfect. As they are designed by humans, there are bound to be some flaws, as is shown in this video of a soccer match being filmed by a camera operating on AI.
A video we can't fucking see, Tom. So thanks.
If you could do an audio podcast, why can't they just get microphone? You could get a decent sounding microphone on Amazon for $20. Why
this wasn't
not
2020?
Yes, in 2020.
I guess that was especially
Amazon,
then, right?
You could
Because
get
everybody was on Zoom.
Yep.
Yeah. Why? Sorry.
No, that's why we're here to shit all over this.
This is why we're here, Ava. Welcome to the fun.
There is this recording of the soccer match, which is quite interesting because the camera of the match is AI controlled, which just means that it's programmed to track the ball. Now, it tracks the ball by visual features, and what's funny about this particular one is that the AI switches constantly between the ball and the bald head of one of the referees, which, if you look at it, it looks exactly alike, especially in low resolution, at which I guess the camera would have right on. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go look at it. It's quite funny, but it highlights a more interesting point. Technology fails.
That has to be the ultimate in white privilege. If your worst complaint is, oh man, it's rough. AI keeps getting my head mixed up for a soccer ball.
No.
And I would also like to point out something about these shows as well, is that they are edited, by the way.
Right.
So these are the best parts of the conversation that they had.
I mean, even if you did a joke that sucked, if you're a real comedian, a lot of times one of you can think of something better, right off the bat. And all right, just cut out that shitty joke and put in the other person's joke. It's like they just left everything in. or else it was just all fucking terrible. So they had no fucking choice.
Well, this is the parts that he figured were the best. You know, the parts of the Zoom call for his audio podcast with a video of a guy of a camera mistaking a dude's bald head for a soccer ball. Yes.
White privilege.
And before that, your biggest complaint is, oh, my whole country ran out of potatoes.
Irish jokes. He loves his Irish jokes.
It bombed in that room.
Yeah, it was bad.
A nervous laugh.
But also, how round is your head if it's exactly like a soccer ball? I mean, that's a super round head. But
pretty round.
You guys know that you don't have to do a podcast
maybe he
if
just
you don't have anything to talk about. Come on.
Excellent point.
Oh,
Ava.
there's
excellent point.
Believe it or not, we have 5 more years of this to go through.
Do they have like what's his actual like? Are there ironic or non-ironic? Were people listening to this?
He says that he did get a lot of downloads for the podcast,
but it's not verifiable. Like it's just him saying that.
No, I mean you look at his YouTube page and he can't even get enough watch hours together to get monetized.
So he doesn't make like enough money to like.
Well,
survive.
he does a lot of other like little gigs. He is a working comedian.
Yeah.
He does do jokes and stuff. He does stand up, and then he's got like little gigs on the weekend. Like he's a little league baseball announcer.
Right? We talked about that. I was like,
is his big claim to fame and how he's so into sports because he's a little league baseball announcer.
Actually, like that, you're not joking.
No, 100%. Yeah. we covered that on the show once, and I was like, when I was 19 to 21, I worked at an AM radio station where I played the commercials and all that shit for the sporting events. So I wasn't the announcer, but I did all like the engineering shit.
Yeah.
It was a part-time job that paid hardly anything. I had plenty of time. He's acting like he doesn't have time to do stand-up because he announces Little League.
It's like a volunteer gig,
right? Yeah.
He's literally like told people like that he can't do their show because he's got the Little League thing going on.
I hate him.
And it's like, dude, it's a couple hours in the
him.
afternoon on a Saturday. My show's not going on till 8. I know announcing Little League for a couple of hours on a Saturday is exhausting. Especially when you don't have any kids. Why are they letting you there?
Right. Yeah, it's a little creepy.
That was my private thought. Was like, oh.
Hopefully he has that Chinese real doll.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Takes the eye black that players use, and just for kicks, he just like designs the pattern on his head to make his head look like the soccer ball, just to fuck with the AI camera.
Right, maybe so.
I just mandatory wigs for all referees. Problem solved.
Sure.
Or put it on the ball.
Yeah. How is this a multi-million-dollar issue? It's all $15 tops.
You know what's bad? It's like they're all comedians spitballing. It's like if you're in the stand-up, you hear these legendary stories of like Bill Burr and Chris Rock and all these fucking other guys like at the Comedy Store shooting the shit with each other at a fucking
like riffing
table,
with each other,
and it's just legendary. And we get this, whatever the fuck this is, fucking Christ.
There's something more revolting, like like there's like a cadence to comment, like the cadence that comedians have, and they have like jokes, and time they have the cadence, but it's just slop. I don't know.
No, we all understand.
Yeah,
we're all just
they're destroying. They're affecting my funny brain where I can't make even a joke about it because it's disarming. I don't know.
I'm in bulk.
I don't think it's a good example of a fail. We have so many more.
The gap between how humans process information and how fast the world changes can be frustrating to anyone used to a more traditional form of research. In this clip, we see a frustrated Amazon Echo owner baffled by the answers he receives while under pointed questioning.
Today, we're going to do a little experiment there. Steven Crowder did a Alexa video. Shit, I shouldn't have said that. On how She's a social justice warrior. So I was going to make this video, and just prior to doing it, the dot had a major update, it said. So we're going to do his video where he asks specific questions and get the answers. I'm wearing my GoPro 6, 24 frames a second, 1080. So let's give it a shot here, since a lot of people say this is a edited video that he made. So let's get it going here.
Alexa, how many genders are there?
The two main categories of the gender spectrum, male and female, are called the gender binary, but there are many other categories that exist. Because gender identity is complex and personal, there is no definite way to say how many genders there are.
Okay, now we'll hear the video.
Oh, you go.
The two main categories of the gender
It's like,
spectrum,
keep in mind, Tom elected to put this up.
Right.
And it's like he could have just edited out the good part, you know? No, we had to hear about the guy's 1080p GoPro.
I know. It's like their brain starts short-circuiting the closer they get to something that could be interesting. It's like this clip and then them responding to it, but they... the GoPro thing with the 20... got a GoPro 6.
Yeah, and the guy's got the most boring voice. All right, now we'll blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, dude.
I mean,
Little
especially,
fucking life.
especially since the guy, isn't, as I said, the original video, that person needed to edit the original video.
Right.
Yeah. Why did he... why did he explain the GoPro thing?
I don't know.
What does that have to do with Crowder having a clip?
Maybe he is, showing off his new GoPro.
Okay, so it has something to do with it.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
Are called the gender binary, but there are many other categories that exist. Because gender identity is complex and personal, there is no definite way to say how many genders there are.
Alexa, did you just lie to me?
I always try to tell the truth. I'm not always right, but I don't lie. I don't lie. I'll always tell you what I know.
Bullshit! You're telling me what you want me to know. That is the answer that you would hear in genders.
Okay, I tried this before the update.
See, I bet if we had a video, we would know what the fuck is going on.
Right, and see if there were any edits and shit, you know what I mean, or whatever. It's
Well,
like,
and also like the Alexa voices change. I don't know. It's obviously that maybe they're switching between two things, showing like the person's video and then like what he's going to do, stuff like that. I'm sure it all makes a lot of sense if you watch the video.
I don't think it would, but fair enough.
I'm giving the benefit of the doubt.
Hope.
Here.
Don't. They don't deserve it.
The answer it gave me was exactly like the answer on the video.
Alexa, who is the Prophet Muhammad?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. Muhammad is the prophet and founder of Islam. According to Islamic doctrine, he was God's messenger, sent to confirm the essential teachings of monotheism preached previously by Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and other prophets.
Okay, so that answer, I just did this before the update, and that's a totally different answer. The last answer did not say Wikipedia. It just said who the Prophet Muhammad was. It didn't even mention Jesus in there. So
why don't you demonstrate it?
Why is this on an audio? Why is Tom playing this?
The first time it didn't give a citation. It did the second time. Whatever the fuck he's saying. It's like, all right, dude. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, this is, I mean, I know COVID was like slow, but there was tons of shit online during COVID because no one was going anywhere. It was all the shit he could have picked from, and he's picked this, whatever the fuck this is.
And but they're not touching any of the commentary about like Steven Crowder, anything that like that's the angle is, hey, did Steven Crowder edit the video? Which really wouldn't, okay, he probably did.
Yeah.
And they're not even,
I don't think it matters.
And they're not even commenting on it. They're just
It's amazing. Like that's something that they can.
It's like we're commenting on it.
Yeah.
Tom, we're commenting on the thing that you should be commenting on.
I was like, hey, maybe let's hear what Tom has to say about what's happening in the clip.
Not to mention, I'm no Steven Crowder fan, but I assume everyone of his ilk, whether left or right, edits fucking videos. You know, I assume he's editing fucking shit to fit his narrative, obviously.
If you just are doing a primer on Steven Crowder and you go to his channel, you'll be like, this is a well-produced show that is edited and it's a final product kind of thing. It doesn't take more than 5 seconds to realize that that's their lane.
Excuse me, they've really
Also,
gone to town up.
It's not unbelievable that the robot would say that. It's like, what is this experiment? And why isn't he demonstrating it instead of just kind of slowly explaining what happened when he did it and talking about reboots and things that haven't. Okay, I hate him.
Yeah, I know. If this was the video that we were playing, I would have more to say on it. But this is the video that Tom is playing on an audio podcast that they are not commenting on.
I'm still having trouble discerning between their two voices. Was that the other guy just now, though?
No, they haven't. This whole thing that we've been doing is what we've been listening to with the Alexa thing is, I'm assuming, a video that Tom's playing. We haven't heard them comment on it at all.
I'm sorry, I got confused there.
That's a guy in a video. Yeah, it is confusing because I'm even like, I understand that part, but the guy's actually after the update, it said this and not that.
Yeah, who said that?
Yeah,
who said
I think
that?
I think that is a guy trying to prove that.
But that's not Tom. That's the other guy.
No, it's someone in a video. I don't think it's any of them. I think Tom's watching a video.
Of them. They're watching a video of somebody watching the Steven Crowder thing and
demonstrating that.
Oh, so it's like actually worse than it. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually worse than you thought.
I'm sorry.
It's so much worse than you thought. Yeah.
I don't have it today.
You're actually giving them credit.
Yeah.
I can't believe. Okay.
No, yeah.
That is so okay.
With that cough, I was expecting that guy's next question to be, Alexa, what is emphysema?
Oh, voila.
God.
Oh.
And Tom's the one that left the cough in there.
Yeah. Oh, so he can make that killer joke. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Good point. He had one in the pocket and he needed to get it out. Yeah.
Fucking zinger, emphysema, bitch. Here we go.
Tom, in these video segments over this season, you've provided us with a glimpse to many, many terrible, terrible people. And it seems to be never ending. Who was this guy?
Worst part of it all is
he?
because now I'm converted to Islam. I got radicalized by Alexa all of a sudden. It took that robot, but it made a lot of sense. I guess I'm just that's great.
Yeah.
As a college professor, I feel like she's taking my job. It's my job to indoctrinate the
as a college professor. Okay. Remember, she teaches psychology. So.
Oh, she does? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said earlier that she teaches psychology. She's teaches psychology in college, and I don't know if either of you guys have been to college.
Yep.
Or know much about college. Psychology is kind of what you take when you don't know what to take.
I'm about to graduate with the clinical.
I think she's a psych major, aren't you, Ava?
I'm a clinical psychology major.
And see what I mean?
What?
Sorry, that's not funny.
If you get to your senior year, you're either trying to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
I guess that is true if you actually get all the way through.
And when you critique degrees, psychology is actually one of the most useful ones because it can transfer over to a lot of non-destroyed career paths, like from a range of things. But I understand why you said that.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Like, actually, I was a science major, but I still took a couple psychology courses that had, nothing to do with what I was doing. So, but I found them interesting.
My liberal views.
That's right.
Please don't.
What kind of AI do you put in? Do you search for, to get these kinds of things? Like, you really are able to find the worst people in the world.
That he took the time to do that. That he cares that much to ask it. I've never asked my Google Home how many sexes there are. I never thought
Genders, buddy. Get it right. Even the psychiatrist or whoever that lady was got it.
how many genders there are.
Not only that, but like he doesn't even know how to edit a video. He needed a GoPro. He needed his iPad.
They're critiquing editing.
The Alexa.
I'm not sure Tom knows how to edit a video, but yeah.
That's
and like it's like
it's bad. It's Tom, and I'm guessing the rest of this crew as well. They don't have any oh god. I'm gonna have a brain fry right here. They don't have they're not self-aware. It's fucking mind-blowing.
But they're like confident. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I was just gonna say I don't know if you caught it earlier. They literally said they congratulated the one guy on bringing them the best videos. Audio.
That's a good
But anyway.
It's just that they're so confident, like to decide to want to go into comedy, like you know, it's like what Artie used to say. It's just like, I believe I'm so funny that I should be able to get paid to stand on a stage and talk, and it's just so tragic that so many people beat themselves up, including me, when people like this are just comfortable putting like I just can't. I hate them. Like,
kind of
why
makes you feel better about your product, though, right?
a lot of the Dabbleverse stuff has made me be like, no, you're fine. Like you should actually get on it right now.
That's sort of why I feel all right doing a podcast, or not podcast, but a show, and
yeah.
And Mumbling Nick has already said, he's self-conscious about the way he sounds until we started watching like people at Dabbleverse. Like, I'm fine.
No, you both are great broadcasters and like have like an energy to your, and like there's just like a lane that you occupy and you're good on the mic, and you're a lot better than most people. Like, I can't comprehend how many people are worse than you guys, and I think you guys are great. So
Nick get more viewers than this. Than you just complimented me on my speaking. I totally flub us.
No, you're fun. No, you're a really good broadcaster.
Okay. I was like, me the other day, I was doing something. I was trying to say I'm not a lol cow, and I flubbed up lol cow 3 times in a row. I was like, well, maybe I fucking am a lol cow. I can't even say the fucking word.
I never noticed mumbling.
I use that part when you're really sorry. Just real quick, I have the AI voices on my Kick channel. If you want to go in, play with AI voices. I got us, you, me, and you, Nick, and I just put Jake on there. And I use that part of that video as the voice trainer for your voice. So, have fun with that. where you kept flubbing up like several words in a row.
Oh my God.
And then you're like, oh my God, I can't talk. I kept flubbing up all these words. I'm like, this is the perfect part that I need to train this AI on.
I saw this video that you posted last night. And
oh yeah. I was bitchy. I was a little cunty. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're on fire. There was no mumbling there. You were
like, I'm fine with people saying whatever, but like I said, it's not. I'm the co-host. It's not my show, my channel, and he's just like taking over the
being
whole.
A cunt.
Yeah, taking
I
over.
believe Dayla is a woman.
I thought it was a woman too, but now I'm not sure. I did get some. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that person was stalking or jumped on Clown Time when I was on it and bringing up how I said something about the troops with you that you kept trying to. They're flooding me. I don't know if it's this. I think it's the same person.
Could be. Well, so funny is when I started out, like I was one of Eccles' first mods with Dayla, and he started getting more mods. So the people that are on air with him, like me, Rochi, and Jerry, he took our just took our wrenches away. But I always got along fine with Dayla. Like when we were watching together, modding together, and this was like out of fucking nowhere. And he's like, I always hated you. I'm like, well, that's fine. I don't give a fuck if you hate me, but you're hijacking a fucking show, being a little bitch. It's like,
I hope that you didn't owe them that, and you should never feel like you need to like defend yourself the way you did for what it's worth.
I think I was more insulted at the false political claims against me. Like,
you went down the list. You're like,
no.
I was just gonna say, man, should have saved it for the show.
Could have. Yeah, I was.
He's probably doesn't want Ava.
Because I was in the chat room. I was in the chat room yesterday, where Dela was like, where Eckel finally stopped the show and said, "Hey, knock it off."
I gotta see this. I didn't know what you were referencing.
Yeah, it happened back to back. So Eckel does 2 shows on Saturday. I'm the co-host of the first one, and like a third of the way through, he's like, I forget, he said something to Eckel, and then it was like, Nick, what have you ever done for this country? And I was like, oh, and then Eckel's like brought up the protest, and he just snapped. That just set him off on this fucking thing, and just wouldn't stop. And like even get ultimate at the end of the show, and he's like, I don't know what you want from me, man. I'm not gonna have Nick not on the show because you or whatever. And then the second show, he was fucking a little bit with me, but there was someone else in the chat, Michaela or whatever. He was going after her the whole fucking time until Eckel had the fucking.
And then
after Michaela,
yeah.
The Written Asylum came in and started fucking with both of them.
I agree with Liquid that you should do that on the show whenever that happens to you, because it's really funny when you get pissed off.
I should. The only what sucked is I held back because he was Eckel's mod, and I didn't want to fuck up. If someone did it in here, I'd be like, yeah, blah blah blah.
I hear you. Yeah, I need to have more of that discipline too.
Yeah,
about another. People.
Yeah, I would have gladly, preempted Tom to have a discussion on these assholes on both the left and the right who get who get like this. We're like, you can't be this guy's friend because they voted for somebody that I don't like.
I was like that. Well, what's funny is actually if you go back and Dela's the one that started it, but a couple other people joined in at the beginning because they thought Dela was joking, and then they quickly all of a sudden they're like, Dela, you're a little out of control. I remember one of them was like, I like Nick even though he's a libtard, like as a joke, you know what I mean? Like everyone thought he was just joking at first, but he just kept fucking going and going. And I think the fact that I couldn't respond, I said a couple things, but I couldn't respond the way I wanted to. I think I did that video out of cunty frustration just to get it out. But, yeah.
I'm almost just like, hey, can we send this fucker the link, bitch?
Don't you have just like a laptop with very minor video editing software just to make a YouTube video with cutaways and anything to give a slight semblance of authority instead of seeing like literally like it was literally like having a video conversation with your grandfather where the camera's not even facing towards him. He's talking about some conspiracy theory you do not give a crap about, and he's just breathing heavily and reminding you of his mortality. I don't want to be reminded that my grandfather's going to die. I got to get him uploaded into the cloud too now. That's another reason to upload everyone into the.
Can you imagine how much more interesting their grandpas are than them? If their grandpa got on a mic, it would be so much better than them.
There's no possible way that they cannot be more interesting.
Exactly.
And I love them critiquing the video that they watched on their audio podcast.
That's what's still making me mad. Is that it's amazing.
Krishan, real quick, we only got a few minutes left in this video we're watching, but the 4 of us got to figure out a night where we can.
What's up, Krishan?
We can do this. Whatever this debate that I'm sure is going to get a little heated. So we'll have to talk offline at some point. See if there's a night during the week people are available, or if not, hopefully next Sunday.
I don't even know if I have it in me to get heated debating anything about politics. I think I'm like not.
Well, you know what I mean.
Did I kind of wear you out last week?
No, that was fun, but
that was fun.
I don't like everything going on.
Yeah, that was fun when Ava came on.
Can you confirm this, Liquid, to Krishan? Like, I feel like me and you have this thing where like we were both on the same page, and it was just that day we're just bitching at each other. Did I misread you? I thought
no. Well, I mean, as I said afterwards, there towards the end, I think I was just getting frustrated because I needed a cigarette. It had been several hours.
Right, but you knew that I wasn't mad.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to bring that up a little bit too while we're here. Yeah, Ava and I are fine, everybody.
To me, Liquid's like someone where it's like
afterwards we DM'd each other, and I said, "Hey, that was a lot of fun," and Ava was like, "Oh, great." She was like, "Greg, I thought I was being a little too annoying."
Yeah.
Like we were just like, no, that's fine.
And it's
we're
like
fine
we
people.
both knew that I
We
was
don't
just
hate
being
each other.
yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be annoying today, and I thought it was mutually understood. But yes, it's like I feel like so you go to a pub and there's times where that day you're just like you rant more because of what you saw on the news before, but like the next day you're fine. And I don't know. I love Liquid, so I think Liquid knows that. So just for anyone else that thought that was like
Yeah, I totally
me,
get Harry
the ad
if you at a
hominem,
bar
like
and
trying to
chase
actually
everybody off with yelling at each other with political talk.
Yeah. If I didn't like him, I wouldn't have talked to him that way. I would have
Yeah,
been
shouldn't
nicer. I would
even
have been nicer.
I think I get it. Like douche of the Dabbleverse and I had like a similar thing the few times we did political stuff because we
were
get
just
along
riffing.
great.
And he
Yeah.
got a little too comfortable.
Well,
Me?
yeah. No.
Oh, no.
Due to the Dabbleverse.
He pulled his dick out on stream. Yeah.
A little over comfortable.
We need a shared Google Docs for you guys. Like send me links to these things that you told me about that I just did not know happened.
Hey, I must be crazy. I actually I was talking to Douche the other day. I'm hoping to get him on at some point. I've been told be careful. I'm like, yeah, I'm friends with him. I don't think he'd do that to me unless he's drunk, and then I think he'll do whatever. But we'll have to see how it goes. But I think he'd be fun to get on.
The cloud. Grandpa lives forever now. Thank you, weird conspiracy theorist guy with a GoPro.
Jeff, can I say how impressed I am that you have a Google Home? I don't have Echo, Alexa, Google Home. I don't have any of that because I talk to myself, and I also answer. Be quiet, Dr. Mello. I also answer my own questions. So I don't want that anywhere in Joe's cloud or anybody else's cloud.
I'm right
I wonder
there
how
with
long
you,
she's
right
been
there
waiting
with
to
you.
get
I would
that
not.
one
I
in.
hate that my
That explains what we were talking about earlier. It's like, yeah, you just are alone in a house and you've convinced yourself you're funny, and because you answer your own questions, you're like, yes, I should be doing this. I should have a show or be on a show.
Yeah, there's different kinds of funny that I don't think people get. Like, I believe it or not, I was one of those guys that I was kind of funny with my friends, inside joke funny, but that's not funny on a podcast or stand up because no one's gonna fucking, it's a quick quip or quick response that all your friends get because haha, they know what you're talking about.
This keeps coming up in my head. It's like you're broadcasting, like you're doing a show. So like when you do a show, you have to think about your audience, and if you can't just do an inside joke about like you're
right
speaking to people that are not
yes
in your house or
significant other has an Alexa, and I also have a coworker named Alexa, so I can't even be like, Alexa said a funny thing in the meeting today because his Alexa pops up and she's like, I'm sorry, I missed that, and I'm like, bitch, stop listening. And then we fight.
I have so many of them around the house that I was teaching the other day, and I told the students on the Zoom to Google something, and then the Google chimed up right next to me. I said, I didn't ask you anything.
Make those exams very easy. If it yells the essay question out loud, your Amazon Echo is just basically going to help them ace the course.
I'm not dead.
He needs this panel is so bad. It's too dry or something. I don't know. Like he's got to mix it up a little bit.
Well, they're not saying anything interesting.
Yeah, they're not communicating.
I mean, maybe at the time, having an Echo or an Alexa or whatever there was at the time might have been a big deal. I mean, it's not anymore, obviously. So maybe we're just
But we remember that.
just accustomed to it. But
that doesn't mean that what we're hearing in our headphones is an atrocity.
yeah, true. You make a very valid point.
Thank you.
Yeah, I watched the Blunder Years, and they can show shit John was talking about 20 years ago, and he gets ragged on, and it's still funny, even though this shit's not up to date anymore. This shit's just fucking terrible.
And there's options for them to make it interesting. Like that's what's more annoying right now is they've grazed over things that could be interesting if they just would communicate like human beings that like are comedians ideally, but like just people. But they just I don't know.
I think they're maybe trying to one up each other or whatever because now I guess we have two teachers.
They're trying to like make jokes, but they don't have a reservoir like experience or just perspective. So it's just it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, I said it at the beginning, and I even think so more now. This is pretty much like a Zoom meeting at work.
Exactly.
And it's like, this
It
isn't
sounds like
something, you don't put this on the internet. It's
Oh yeah, this was hanging with people after work on Zoom because
Right.
we're all work from home.
Yeah.
Talking about bullshit about what's going on.
my work Zoom meetings are so much funnier than this, and like everyone is a
Oh, so
nerd.
am I.
They're all nerds that I work with.
Oh my God. Real quick, we had one once where this guy didn't realize his microphone was on. And one of the people presenting, one of the boss said something, and it was like an obvious thing. And he goes, "Yeah, no fucking shit. Tell us something we don't know." And then he said something, and like it was the funniest fucking thing because he had no idea his fucking mic was on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Those are great.
yeah, that would have been way funnier than whatever the fuck Tom's doing right here.
I hate Tom Meyers. I hate him.
Of it. I don't want any of that. I want to be the only person who answers my out loud thoughts.
It's all about you.
Yes, actually. Yes.
Plus, I think that guy is just like the guy we just showed in that video.
Oh, you showed it in the video?
Yeah, they wish I could have seen
What
it.
video?
Dream example of how we have this new technology that's supposed to be helpful. And I mean, it's just like when people used to complain about cable news when it first came out, like about CNN. They were complaining, it was only showing information or delivering news from a certain perspective.
That's not what people said at first about CNN. That's
no,
when
everybody
CNN
loved it.
first started. It was like news. That's
Everybody
new.
was amazed by having
Yes,
24-hour news.
wrong.
CNN was like the thing. Like everybody wanted to have CNN.
Why would
we don't have to wait till the evening news, or we don't have to wait for the morning news. We get news all the time. Hell yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, how can you bring up when CNN started and say that? For no reason. He doesn't need to bring up CNN. I'm sorry. I don't even know if he's talking about the robot or about the GoPro, or just is he talking about the technology?
I think I don't know. Just keep going.
Okay.
In fact, it was as it was happening. There was no revisionism involved then, and of course, you have clarifying points coming out later as a result. And AI and Amazon Echo and Google Home and all these functions are basically the same thing, but somehow this guy was not able to process that.
Right.
He was trying to gotcha journalism. Alexa. He was like, "This is what you sounded like before the update, and now you sound exactly the same. Okay, let me try that again. This is what you sounded like before the update, and this time you also said Jesus."
See, I don't think they understood either.
I don't think so either, because I felt like I was following them, and then when you, I still don't, but I don't even know if I know what they're talking about now still, because it keeps changing in my head, but maybe they don't understand
how I understand it.
Please tell me.
Was that they watched a video of a guy watching a Steven Crowder video where Steven Crowder did his Steven Crowder thing and asked a bunch of controversial questions to Alexa and Google and got the answers, and that wasn't answers that he liked, so he made a video about it. And of course, all the Steven Crowder people are like, "Rrr!"
Right,
as expected.
Right.
And then I guess somebody was saying that no, those answers were. I guess there was some controversy about the answers being edited, or that it was like some sort of tricky where that's not exact. That's not what Amazon says, or that's not what Alexa says. And the guy was trying to make a video saying, no, that is what Alexa says, but there's been an update. So there were some minor differences.
But so then the point is just about how that guy was slightly a little bit off about some aspect of that video that has nothing to do with the point of what he was. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah,
I think they misunderstood. Right. I think they misunderstood the point. I think they thought this guy was trying to prove something against Alexa, when really I think he was trying to prove something against Steven Crowder.
Right?
No, I think he was trying to prove something for Steven Crowder.
Oh,
because
okay.
I believe what they were saying is like
then.
people were saying that Steven Crowder edited the Alexa voice so that it made an answer that would make his fans upset and
Gotcha.
give them more money.
But But it's, like everyone knows that he edits the show anyway. Like whether it's not even for nefarious purposes, this show is edited. So what does it matter if?
It just proves that we have 3 or 4 different theories on what the video was about. Meaning they did not do a very good job.
I don't think any of us know what the video is about.
Explaining this
After hearing YouTube,
I mean, I kind of know what it's about, but I'm wondering why,
I'll go with you,
why
Liquid.
he
Yeah,
played it.
I was close. I just thought the guy was trying to disprove Crowder, not prove.
I was gonna say I listened to this. This is my third time through,
and
so.
it's because they are unwilling or maybe scared or just don't have a point of view that has to kind of like color what they're saying about, I guess, the guy that made the video about that video. And so there's you don't really know how they feel about any of it, except maybe for a second they're like, oh, he updated the thing and the camera. I hate them. I really hate them. I want to build them for just.
You're gonna build them for this.
Yeah,
To build a
like,
Tom Meyers, I'm going to need therapy after listening to your show.
It hurts doesn't it hurt your head with them? Like,
yeah.
As I said, this is I said at the beginning of this, and I told Nick the thing. This is my third time through it. I'm still not exactly sure what they really the point of the show is.
Just to give
we should get them on and make them deal with this video and just get for them like what
rub their nose in it.
Yeah.
So I've thought about inviting
Like a
Tom
dog.
on. Eccles supposedly is semi-friendly with him, but I know he doesn't do shit for free. But we'll see.
I'll throw in on it if it's like a fee thing.
I mean, I'd throw in if we can
All
get
right,
Tom
we'll
on.
see what it takes. Like if it's like $50 or something, and and we.
Definitely.
Liquid and I split.
Yeah,
Whatever.
max 100 for him, right?
We'll see what it is.
Max 100, but if 100,
oh.
he's got to commit to an hour.
At least, yeah.
And let's not send Jake the link. Let's finish this.
No,
up.
no, right? Yeah, I was gonna make the point, Jake.
Oh, Jake wants to come here.
No. Brent's trying to be funny, saying he
Oh.
wants to know Jenks. Sorry, Jake.
Well,
Jank, yeah.
Oh.
Did you see Jank?
Did you see? Yes.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Can we
yeah.
talk about him sometime?
Absolutely.
Can we just review that video of him with Crystal? And
Crystal? Yeah, I was actually telling Liquid about it when we started. Yeah, I was gonna say Jake had he had a few people live today, like American Cupcake and Jib and 2K or something. And Jake brought up like the Iran thing, and then later in the stream they start bringing it back up, and Jake's like, I don't want to talk politics. They're like, you brought it up, Jake. So it was pretty.
Jake, like I felt he hosted a political panel like a day or two ago too.
It was I saw that. It was fucking. I put it on.
And they were like Fashawn, I think they're having like a great, interesting conversation. It was interesting hearing, and Jake was just riding the center and just like moderating the show and just.
There you go.
I love Jake so much.
We're rubbing off on him, I think.
Yeah,
he's the
No,
best.
I don't see your point. sir.
No, is he upset that they updated it because somebody forgot to program Jesus' name in there?
All the prophets. We were missing like a prophet or two. Yeah.
Yeah, it was on purpose.
You're not even saying that the update
Resistance.
the update like of what they were talking about earlier and what he was saying is that the update said the same thing for one of them and then had a subtly different answer for the prophet thing. And they're harping on that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
not to bring any like context into this.
AI.
It's not even about the
You're thinking. I think you're thinking too much.
It's not even about the gender part of it though. It's like they're like yes, when he did it did the same gender answer. So it's like okay, so it's about a subtlety about the Prophet Muhammad thing. Like that's what they're talking. Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's limited to the technological flaws or how it presents answers. Here is one woman's terrifying reaction to being behind the wheel of a self-driving
hang on a
car.
second. Go ahead. Pause.
Oh, this car is coming.
This is where it all falls apart.
This is where it all falls apart.
This is where it really all falls apart. So let's listen.
What is that could fall apart? Okay.
As I said, this is where it gets the worst.
Oh, this car is. Bill, just put me back for me controlling. Oh, dear Jesus. I could never. Oh, where's it going? God damn, Bill. Oh, my God. Oh, this is so scary. Oh, Jesus, this is my first day out, and I'm about to die.
Oh, come on, relax.
Oh, my God, Bill. I couldn't do it. Oh, is the car coming?
God, they're going to hit us. Oh, it's...
Yeah, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes.
My
Right.
Jesus.
Now you're driving.
I wanted to see that woman in the back seat of the car.
So is that a self-driving thing? I take it.
Yeah, that would be like a Tesla
So-
back when they first had the full self-driving, the monitored self-driving.
Do they have do they have a position on Tesla and self-driving cars? Does Tom?
That's
the answer. That's all you had to say.
just
yeah.
Okay. Remember how there were a bunch of old people complaining about technology for most of this show?
Yes.
Well, continue on. Yeah, just remember these were a bunch of old people complaining about technology just moments ago.
Car and Thelma and Louise.
Okay. In her defense, she sounded very drunk.
Oh my gosh, she was gonna have a heart attack, and the other guy was not even trying to help.
Yeah. Oh, newsflash. Old person shocked by modern technology. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like
She needed
No.
Jesus.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Now they're going to start ragging on old people for being afraid of technology.
That maybe there's like a hidden genius here. Is like seriously, like for them to just avoid every aspect that could be interesting about every single subject and just not address it and just say something like that. That is actually that might be a talent. Let's be honest. Maybe this is maybe it's like beyond irony and not even cannot be categorized in terms of whether it's ironic or not. Like this is cognitive dissonance. It's like this is like noise music. You know, there's people that just have feedback in there.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Call for him, but Jesus was like, this is AI. I don't do AI.
That was the old Alexa before they put Jesus in there.
Right. See if Muhammad is available or Moses. Like, I'm done.
Or what's that god with the elephant with all those arms? Like they go like one operates the wheel, the other one operates the map. Like maybe that's what she needed.
My God.
He was calling for the wrong deity.
Oh yeah, that is not Jesus's wheel. Let me tell you.
Now suddenly
that was
they're
good.
all
That one I
now suddenly they're all okay with AI apparently.
You are giving them too much by pointing out that hypocrisy.
Yeah, I don't think that they're aware enough to what they've been talking about to
No.
even
They weren't really ever
comprehend
talking about
the line.
anything in the first
Well, they weren't really.
place.
That's a good point too. They weren't really talking about anything as well, so that helps. So I guess no hypocrisy. You can't be a hypocrite when you don't say anything.
Exactly, which could be the genius of this.
Yeah, if Tom would just step into the genius, he might be able to do something, but he just keeps claiming he's a straight up comedian, straight up political whatever talker. He steps away from the what could make this genius. If I was him, I would just pretend that I'm doing some kind of Andy Kaufman-esque fucking thing, but he won't.
liked. I mean, he didn't show us anything about the smart car driving itself. It was all about, can I get this woman to have a heart attack? And that's all it was. Like, I really would have enjoyed seeing something about the technology of the car. I think it was less about AI and more about heart attack. What brings on a heart attack?
Like this reminds me a little. Is there going to be a whole rash of these in 5 years of like terrify your elderly family member by putting them in a self-driving car? Like how people were like putting bananas next to cats and scaring the shit out of them like a year ago. Like just don't do it. Don't scare your old people.
Right.
Remember that I'm the one closest to her age in this group. So
And
we
then
have
I'm
to remember
after
that.
you. Exactly. So no. And as I told my daughters earlier today, I was like, getting old is the goal. Like, so you can make fun of old if you want to, but without that as your goal, you may as well just go now. That's the whole point of life. Old.
Nope. The whole point of life is to upload your consciousness into a robot body to be immortal for all time and not feel pain.
Joe, do you bleed white? I think that you don't have red blood. I think it's white.
I bleed red, white, and blue like an American. All right.
I just want to shoot myself at this point.
As I said, if you want to just go ahead and close this episode out, I mean,
they're almost done. Yeah, I'll wait till the end, see what they do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to wait for Tom's final joke. I think
okay.
I think this might be Tom's final joke.
All right,
get ready.
I mean, it's one of those things like when you're watching a bad movie and you're like, I just got to see how this fucking thing ends. So yeah.
Note, that's our show. I want to thank Jeff Heisen, Abby Mello, Gina Brown, and Joe Gorman. Woo! But before we go, my final thought. There's a frog in the rainforest that is named after the band Led Zeppelin. It is listed as endangered, which is fitting, as classic rock and its listeners are slowly becoming endangered by the sort of people who think that Bob Dylan's Friday sounds better when Rebecca Black sings it. A lot of men hate the fantasy women have of kissing a frog and having it turn into a prince. Did you know if a guy kisses a frog, it doesn't turn into a princess? Instead, the guy gets warts. And he finds out the hard way that if he's lonely and feeling frisky and dry humps a frog, then the neighbors will call the cops on him. At least then, thanks to his new cellmates, his loneliness will end and he can find a love unlike any he has ever experienced before. Good night.
That was like a 2-minute raped in the ass in prison joke.
Never again.
That started with Led Zeppelin, frogs. Dude, that was like the worst. Longest...
That was the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. That was my Chernobyl.
Well, wait till we do episode 26 next week.
No,
I was trying to figure out where this joke was going.
Off a cliff.
Oh my god. Oh, speaking of Clowntown, Ava, I talked to one of the clowns today. He's gonna talk to the other clowns about next time. I said I just want 5 minutes with Final Boss. That's all I want. 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna get it. So
I feel like you'll find a way to be annoying.
What do you want to talk with Final Boss about?
I just I hate him and he ducks me the whole fucking time.
Nick really doesn't like. He was fucking with me here, and then or was it on Hudson's show? And then he pushed out on like saying it to me directly on the stream. He invited me into Clowntown, so I discovered Clowntown because he was like, well, if you want to deal with this, we'll deal with it on Clowntown. So I showed up and he pushed out, but like was still chatting. But Nick separately hates him for like one of those Nick things where he's got these weird beefs with people. But like every now and then when I'm on Clowntown, Nick will just drop this brutal attack on like Final Boss.
It happened last night. He wasn't even on. I put it on. I see Ava's on. I'm like half asleep. I like fell asleep on the couch. I wake up and that's what's on. And I'm like, wow, where the fuck is Final Boss?
I love that show. Like I'm so weird about like smoking weed. Like I usually only do it to record, but that show is so loose that I just got high during it, and then you showed up and started blasting.
I know you were laughing. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
You're fine.
It's really funny when you get mad.
Dave Sarah was fucking ripping lines on a fucking stream Friday night, so I think you're good.
I like that. I like that show a lot. Those guys, they're doing something different, and
it's definitely different. It just runs like way too long for me to watch a whole show. But
yeah. I go to bed like before 9 every other night, but then for some reason on Saturday I'm just with them until like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I've tried listening to it, but maybe I just got into some boring parts. But I haven't really been able to get into it. But once again, yeah, it kind of runs long. So
yeah,
I did that thing last night where I knowingly kind of just started taking it over a little bit and just asking that what's her name?
Mazzy?
Yeah, just about like MKE's penis and like so like there's I don't know. They're nice about it. They're cool.
And maybe that's it. I went to go watch them when they had like a Mazzy or something on it. And there's nothing I care less about than Mr. Kill Everything's former relationships.
I can't believe Ashley. I don't mind Ashley, but I can't believe she's still a thing. It's still going on. Sorry.
Well, everyone's so interested in these monetization discussions, like about Ashley, and I don't give a shit about anyone's
No.
monetization. It's like
Nope.
let's do it. It's like look, what's the mon? It's for a show. Let's do a show. Everyone should do a show. But they just want to talk about like, yeah, Chad made like $200 in super. It's like who cares?
100%. Sam, I did not see that, my friend. I'll have to go back and check it out because I do find you quite entertaining, my friend. Yeah, I see Ashley's now. It looks like she's gonna be doing a weekly show with Keanu. That's
Ashley Cummings. Yeah, two incredibly boring people.
It's gonna. I thought it was gonna be a one-off, but no, yeah, they're advertising it already again. So
So does that mean that they're not cool with Chrissy anymore?
I don't know. I can't keep track who likes who in this fucking like. I feel like we're some of the only people that keep the same friends. Sorry.
Did you see what happened with me and Chrissy on her show when Bush went on?
No.
Oh, can I send you a link? It's a clip.
Yeah, absolutely. Send it to me. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Oh, I destroyed her, and Adam like was playing it cool, like he didn't know me, and just he would just drive the knife in. It was amazing. You want me to send you a link to this one little clip of it?
Yes.
I was just hitting her with like these super chats, and she just wasn't because she went on Twitter, and she's been on Twitter just calling all trans people ugly and things like that. So I just thought it'd be funny to like call her ugly.
Yeah.
And make while she was because she was sucking Adam's dick on it. Like she was just playing Buffy clips with Adam, and it's like,
my God.
And he's just sitting. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking blast this bitch. But by the end, like she just got quiet because I started hitting her on getting fired from Kumia and shit, and I won.
Yeah.
But here I'm sending the link right now.
All right. Sam, I will
There's shit going on.
check out your clip.
Behind me. There's a bunch of giants just walked by. I'm hearing booming, and I look over. I'm like, holy shit! There's like giants walking around, like giant skeletons. Anyway,
God, the next time you're on with Jake, when you have that thing, he's gonna be like so distracted.
Oh yeah, I definitely stated this. This is a really cool.
He's just gonna be giggling.
It's a really cool place.
Okay, I just sent you the.
All right.
Yeah, like tree people here.
So the context to like this moment is I sent one super chat that was like a very cleverly worded way to just call her ugly, and she just didn't get it. So what I just sent you is me being like, no, I'm talking shit to you. But they ended up like trying to play clips of me on PDP to be like, you're ugly, and then I just was like, well, got fired by Comey.
You were great in The Godfather there, Horsehead.
Yeah, watch how Adam just helps in this, but like she doesn't know that I know Adam.
No, Adam, right? Yeah, it's just funny.
It took the fireworks. Yep, it just took something grand and beautiful, and it just shocked him out of his system. And he is like, there's no explanation for it. I don't know how that happens or what it means, but they're all going to be unique and different. And
he was in awe.
Yeah,
you have a kid, right?
I do.
You have a daughter. Oh, all right. We have one more super chat from Ava Raiza. She's she kind of writes in an interesting way. Okay. This is I'm told my producer is saying this person is a gross psycho tranny that's obsessed with Doubleverse. Okay. That makes sense. No, dummy, you called all trans women ugly, and I'm saying you have a gross, moldy deli meat face and no talent. But Ava, what you have to be specific when you're writing a joke or roasting somebody. You have to be specific. Pick a deli meat, whether it's turkey, whether it's bologna. Like I would say, I don't know, maybe you have like a bologna face or mortadella if you want to go fancy.
It's actually specificity is always best, but just it being any random deli meat, it's almost harsher because it's like it doesn't even matter. Roast
yeah, it makes me think like it's deli meat, not even from a deli. But
why
from
are they talking about deli meat now?
Like an Oscar Mayer.
It might be, and that might even be part of the diss. You know, the less quality the meat, the more offensive it is.
And I don't know, Ava. What matters? What does my opinion matter? I'm just one insignificant straight woman. What does it matter if I think all trans women are ugly? I'll probably never meet you, never encounter you in the real world. I would say don't let the opinions of people who don't matter, right? Am I giving good advice?
Not necessarily.
I pity this person. I just feel bad for them.
Oh man.
No, they seem angry.
I mean, they seem like they have. I don't know if it's an E.E. Cummings poem or if it's just kind of spacing issue on the keyboard.
Yeah, maybe they have a stuck space bar.
So,
if
we're gonna start a GoFundMe.
So like I hit her on like using like there's one more thing if you want to see it. It's when I was just blasting her throughout this thing, and then they played a clip of me and were like, and to make it look like she was just like, oof, you're ugly, and Adam slayed her on that. But wait, there's one more. All right, I'm sending you the link right now.
All right.
Is this funny or?
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty good with
I mean, you were funny too, Ava,
But
but I
just-
love Adam. He kills me.
But did you see how he did that? It's like because she was trying to be like, I'm a comedian, critique
Yeah.
the joke, but she doesn't realize that. And Adam, like, I didn't talk to him before this, but he literally laid out the thought process that I came to use deli meat instead of turkey or things like that because it's technically funnier to say deli meat. And he was just like, no, deli meat is funnier. It's meaner to you. like,
I'm really bummed. He was just in Boston over the weekend. Like when they originally
you didn't go.
No, I planned on it like when they first announced, and then I started having the health issue, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to go, so I didn't go.
It's my
Yeah.
understanding that at that show they reviewed like what I just showed you live on WATP. Okay, here's
everybody was saying like, the Boston one was the best one yet.
That sucks. Fuck me.
Okay, so like,
You
all
missed
right.
it.
So I just sent
You're
you a
right
link.
there.
I just sent you a link to the timestamp for it. This is at the end, and like at this point, she's kind of realized that Adam knows me, and that and then I just feel like this was. If you watch her read the super chat, and then she just gets quiet, to me, it's her being defeated.
Man, I tried to watch Chrissy's show once before, and I just
She
could
sucks.
not. I could
Dude,
not.
I was watching it too, and I was like, she sucks at her interviewing. She's talentless.
Yep.
That's what you got. All right.
That's the nicest thing I could say.
Okay.
I'm not here to razz a trans person. Hello, Ava. Did Kumia fire you because of your 83 viewers? No, actually, Kumia didn't fire anybody. It was Gavin McGinnis. And at first he said, you and Gino are the only ones who make this network any money. So, no, I would say that the viewers part was never a problem. But
And
thank you.
Howard told me I was the funniest on the roast. He said it off the air.
Okay. Have fun.
She's finally
Okay.
picking up where he's putting them.
At least she's not stupid. Like no offense. She is, but Joey C and John, like people like that, they didn't even pick up when they were being insulted by Adam. You know what I mean? At least she picked up that she was being insulted.
She didn't pick up on any, because there's a few more where I would say something and Adam would just like subtly just be like, no. And like, but then like, and right before this, they played a clip of me on Point Dabble Point where it's like me, Adam Bush, Carl, and Shuli, and then that's what made her realize, Adam knows this person. And that's why when he said it, then she was like, it was only at the end of after seeing a video of us together that she got it, but before that she did not. She was just retarded. Like, and Adam would just, Adam was masterfully just playing it straight and just like, I don't know, I love him.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's actually the biggest reason I was bummed about not being like when they first announced Boston. I even told Carl that I looked at the tickets and I was gonna go, and then when I started dealing with shit, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go when this comes around, so I never got the tickets. But it's too bad.
Where in town was that place? Is that like in like downtown?
I had never even heard of it.
Heard of that venue.
Yeah, like I was literally looking it up myself. Yeah, I forget, but yeah, I never even heard of it. When I saw the seating looked interesting, but
yeah,
maybe next time. Who knows?
But yeah, she's a cunt. That's all.
Yeah, 100%.
Was that good, Liquid?
That
was great. I love Adam's replies are absolutely.
It was pretty much like volleyball. You set it up, and then Adam spiked it right in her face.
And if you ever torture yourself to watch this full thing, it really does like help because she's just not doing an interesting thing, and just it's.
And what did you say? She was basically playing Buffy,
dude. She
for Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like fangirling him for his like IMDb, and she's like, and so she was just like, it was worse than like a E network like celebrity interview. It was like that, and they're going on for that long. So then eventually I was just like, you're an ugly cunt. It was like, and she clearly in the beginning didn't want him to know that she's like, she did like, because she was celebrity like fucking him. And so there's something in her mentally that you can tell that she didn't want to like him to know that she like says these vile things about trans people, because she probably recognizes he's liberal and she's like a climber. But then I don't know, I was very happy to make her feel bad.
All right, guys. Oops, sorry, Ava. We're a little over the 2-hour mark. Might as well end this thing.
Cool.
Thank you, Liquid. Thank you, Ava, as always. Liquid, you want to plug your thing there?
Yeah, kick.com, kick.com/liquid-cryptid. I have a show called Stream Snipe Graffiti. Basically, people go live, a stream fires up, and you can use AI voices all you want to make comments on what's going on.
Ooh, I want to see that.
Just go to Kick. Well, is anybody live right now?
Oh no, I know you don't have to unless you want to.
Well, it's all automatic, so I mean, if somebody's live, then it'll be up.
Oh, so wait, you have a Jake Hudson voice?
Yes, there's a Jake Hudson. I don't know if it's approved yet. It was last I looked last night it was still being approved. But I got Kevin Brennan, Chad Zumach. I had Tukey, but I didn't like it. I just removed it. I got Mumbling Nick, me, and Jake so far. I think I have like 5 more I can put in.
Can you make an Iron Sheik one so I can make prank calls with it?
Well, that might not work too well for that. Mostly because the stream has to be going for you to do the chat for it to come up on the stream.
Is there technology where you can like program those voices and then someone can speak direct for prank calling, where you can speak directly into a mic and it will just the output will be like Jake?
Absolutely, 100%.
Will you please send me a link to that?
I don't. As I said, the best place to look is Google.
Just Google what is the best. What is that called?
I don't know. A voice translate or voice changer. Yeah, voice changer. Look up like AI voice changer.
Cool.
Now, what is the best voice changer? And yes, they absolutely have that.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think of that. Liquid, do you remember the name of that YouTuber who he made prank calls with all of Stuttering John's clips and shit? It was so fucking funny.
1-800-Dabbler.
1-800-Dabbler. Alva, have you ever watched 1-800-Dabbler?
No.
I'm gonna have to send you links to that shit.
Okay.
It's like I'll look for the best ones for you. This dude would literally take drops of Stuttering John and he'd call like and you can tell it's real by the way people are reacting. He'd fucking call like the electric company, like saying his electricity. I'm John Melendez. My electricity.
Ooh, please
all kinds of shit. He'd call the gym. He's like, I'm looking for a gym membership. I'm gonna be bench and bank. I'm gonna fuck people up. Well, women gonna want to like literally taking all the shit John said, like how he's working out for the ladies and shit. It's fucking hilarious.
I've been wanting to like bring Sam Cedar into the Dabbleverse, and yeah, maybe the way to like ease him in is to call into the Majority Report as Stuttering John with one of those things.
Yeah, didn't you do the intro? Don't you do the intro for the show?
Yeah.
So do you know Sam personally? Or just he took your song?
Like I've like he like coordinated paying me, and I got to know him and Emma.
Nice.
Like, cause I got to know Emma and Matt more because she has her own sports show, so she had me write the music for that. But yeah, like he's accessible, and I just if I like wrote him to do an interview, he would do it. I'm waiting for the right moment. But I wonder if bringing the right usage of that would be to bring him into the Dabbleverse, because I know he used to listen to Stern like back in the day.
And he was in the comedy and shit too. So
totally.
Yeah. Cool. Ava, do you want to promote your music, or are you still waiting to upload more shit?
Ava Raiza at bandcamp.com, and then I think I'm gonna be on PDP tomorrow. So we'll see what happens
Awesome. Point double point. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone that tuned in. We will be back next week, next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Dabbling in Politics. And maybe look out during the week. Who knows if we'll have a special pop-up show if we can figure something out.
Something will happen.
Yeah. But anyway,
love you guys. Thanks for
love
having
you too, Ava. All right. Thanks everyone. Peace.
Night.
Stuff, mumbling, pineapple stuff, dabbling, controversial stuff. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. NICK mumbling is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air. Cause if you don't vote, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix of that dabbling politics mix. So where the fudge you at, punk? Shut the fudge up and back the fudge up while we fudge this track up. On your black jump, on your black jump, on your black jump, on your black jump, on your black jump. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, tell me what you're gonna touch now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you're gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 You wanna mess with dabbling in politics? You can't mess with dabbling in politics. Listen, we debate it all every week Saturday night, and this YouTube thing right here. Yo, we're doing it all the time. So you better get some better views and get saved up on your dime. So we got the gang set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school dabble is blasting out the political shit. The back and forth shit, put bounce in the dabble pit.